Available now. Link below.
In a city gripped by fear, the once vibrant New York City subway system has become a harrowing gauntlet of crime and violence. As citizens cry out for help, the Democrats, led by arguably the worst governor ever, Kathy Hochul, scramble to save face in a desperate last-minute attempt to restore order. But is this sudden surge of 1,000 officers and National Guard troops the return of controversial bag searches, a genuine effort to protect New Yorkers, or simply a politically motivated stunt in an election year? Well, tonight we'll expose the truth behind the Democrats' soft-on-crime policies that allowed this crisis to spiral out of control and reveal why strong, consistent leadership in the mold of President Trump is needed now more than ever. So stay tuned for a shocking investigation that uncovers the real reasons behind the Democrats' scramble to address the New York City crime wave and why this story matters to every single American. And just how Governor Kathy Hochul is trying to clean up the mess in our New York City subways, our friends at Get the Tea, they are here to help you clean up your health. Their unique supplements like Calm Tummy are designed to support your well-being, much like how strong leadership can restore order to a city in chaos. Don't let your health spiral out of control like New York's crime wave. Take charge with Get the Tea's Pure Cordyceps, cardiovascular support, healthy blood sugar support, and sea vegetables. Visit getthetea.com today and use code NEXTNEWS for an extra 10% off your order. Just as New York City needs a consistent, no-nonsense approach to crime, your body deserves the best in health support. Now, in a stunning turn of events, New York City is witnessing a resurgence of tough-on-crime policies as Democrat Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul grapple with an alarming spike in subway crime. The once thriving transit system has become a hotbed of violence, leaving citizens fearful for their safety. But as the Democrats scramble to address this crisis, one can't help but question the timing of their actions. Is this a genuine effort to protect New Yorkers or a politically motivated stunt in an election year? Governor Hochul, who has been dubbed by many as the worst governor in New York's history, has suddenly decided to take action by deploying 1,000 additional officers to the subway system. Now, these officers, comprised of 750 National Guard members and 250 state police, are tasked with restoring order and deterring criminal activity. Watch.
Point one. I'm redeploying nearly 1,000 members of the New York State Police, MTA Police, and MTA National Guard to conduct bag checks in the city's busiest transits. You'll start seeing them at the tables, making sure that weapons are not being brought in, working in concert with our New York State Police, as well as our NYPD. Because no one heading to their job or to visit family or to go to a doctor appointment should worry that the person sitting next to them possesses a deadly weapon.
Well, let's not forget that it was the Democrats' soft-on-crime policies that allowed this crisis to escalate in the first place. Their failure to enforce the law and hold criminals accountable has emboldened offenders and left citizens vulnerable. Now, as the consequences of their misguided approach become too glaring to ignore, they are scrambling to save face. What New York City truly needs is strong, consistent leadership in the mold of President Trump. He recognized the importance of law and order and ensured that prosecutors did their job, prosecute, not pander to criminals. Had the Democrats adopted a more robust, no-nonsense approach from the start, this unnerving state of lawlessness could have been prevented. Instead, we're witnessing a classic case of too little too late. The Democrats' sudden embrace of bag searches and increased police presence in the subway system reeks of desperation. Now, these measures, reminiscent of the controversial stop and frisk policy that ended under the previous Democrat Mayor Bill de Blasio, are a clear indication the Democrats are willing to backtrack on their own policies when it suits their political interests. Here's more. Now you can see in this footage here, footage from within the subway system as the troops and police are deployed. I mean, if you've been online and you've seen some of the absolutely insane videos of people in the subway, the things they do, oh, it's unbelievable. The fights that break out. And all these people want to do is just go to work and, like even Hochul said, is go to the doctor's office. But this is clearly too little too late. too little too late. But the question remains, will these last-minute efforts be enough to stem the tide of violence that has engulfed the subway system? Or will they simply serve as a band-aid solution designed to appease voters in an election year? The truth is, New Yorkers deserve better than politically motivated half measures. They deserve a government that prioritizes their safety and well-being above all else. They deserve leaders who are willing to make tough decisions and stick to them even when it's politically inconvenient. Unfortunately, Democrats have shown time and time again they're more concerned with appeasing their progressive base than addressing the real issues facing our cities. They've allowed the voices of activists and ideologues to drown out the cries of citizens who simply want to feel safe in their own communities. It's time for a change. It's time for leaders who understand that public safety is not a partisan issue, but a fundamental right of every American. It's time for a return to the principles of law and order that have served our nation so well in the past. As we watch the Democrats scramble to save face in the wake of this crime wave, let us not forget the lessons of the past. Let us demand more from our leaders than empty promises and political grandstanding. Let us work together to build a future where every American, regardless of their zip code or political affiliation, can feel safe and secure in their own communities. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. The crisis unfolding in New York City's subways is a stark reminder of the consequences of failed leadership and misguided policies. The Democrats' desperate attempt to address the crime wave in an election year reveals their true priorities: political self-preservation, not the safety and well-being of the citizens that they serve. As Americans, we must demand more from our leaders. We need individuals who are willing to make tough decisions, stand by their principles, and put the needs of the people first. The legacy of President Trump's commitment to law and order should serve as a guiding light in these dark times. It's only by embracing these values that we can hope to build a future where every American can once again feel safe and secure in their own communities.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.